So what if the version of you that once kept you safe is now holding you back? Growth isn't always about becoming somebody new. Sometimes it's really more about releasing who you had to be. Life can deal us some crazy cards sometimes, and we have to go into full out survival mode. But that's not a life. That's not where we want to stay. Okay? Maybe it's time to leave some of those old versions of you behind. I'm Sage. I'm a growth coach, and the topic today is you can outgrow a version of you that was once needed. So why is it important to kind of investigate our different protection modes and personality traits that might be holding us back? Well, we develop survival patterns that don't always serve our future. That survival mode can be very useful at different times in our life, but it can be kind of a toxic place to stay. And personal growth often means, grieving old identities. I always say that I probably have like 27 different personalities. Because I've lived a lot of life, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but I can definitely see when one of the toxic versions of myself is popping up, and I'm pretty good at recognizing exactly why that personality type popped up in the moment. And I'd like to help you get better at doing that too. Also, letting go is a sign of healing, not betrayal. Here's a couple quotes. Sometimes letting things go is an act of far greater power than defending or hanging on. Eckhart Tolle. Boy, that's a good one. And you are not required to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Unknown. One of my favorite quotes. So here's a few questions to ask yourself. What parts of you were created out of necessity and not choice? And where are you feeling resistance to change? And what identity are you being invited to release with love? All right, I've got you. Excuse my clearing my throat there. I've got you because this is a tough one. It's tough to let go. And here are 3 ways, okay? 3 ways to better let go of those old personality types we don't need anymore. Number 1, write a letter to your old self thanking them for their role. Gosh, I like that one. That's a good one. That could really work for a lot of people. Number 2, visualize stepping into a new identity that feels aligned with your heart. Okay? You might have to do a little journaling on exactly what your heart wants and needs right now. Number 3, set gentle boundaries to protect your growth. We don't want to go back to those ugly places. We just don't. All right, circling back around. You can outgrow a version of you that was once needed. You're allowed to evolve. Whoever you were that got you here, that's okay. You can become a new version that can take you even further. All right, here's your intention. I lovingly release the version of me I no longer need. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, ready to step into who you're becoming? Maybe you need to try one of my meditations or one of my sessions or my PDFs on my website. They're pretty helpful. Thanks for showing up today. I appreciate you growing with me. You're one step closer to your best life. Love ya.